Hello and welcome to Prince Civil Services YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Sanchit and I welcome you all to Prince Civil Services YouTube channel where you get the best videos related with current affairs, history, polity and all other subjects related with the civil services preparation. So in today's video, we are going to learn about a topic related with current affairs titled as Global Hunger Index 2022. But before I start this video, please subscribe to Prince Civil Services YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can also follow us on Telegram, where you will get all the notifications, all the material which is going to help you for your civil services preparation and journey. So please follow us on various social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, and so on. So let's begin with this video that is titled as Global Hunger Index 2022. But before I start this topic, let's look at that why we should study this topic. So this topic is particularly important for your prelims because lot of times index related questions related to indices reports are asked, and in the last few years it has become a trend to ask question from indices and reports. So we have to be very thorough with any index and any report which is released by international organization or the government agency. Not just from prelims perspective, this topic is also important from your means perspective, that is GS2 paper, and in that you have a topic related with social justice, that is issues relating to poverty and hunger. So that is why we are going to learn about some facts that what is the present state of hunger in India and at the world level, and what needs to be done to reduce this problem, that is a problem of hunger and malnutrition. So whenever you are reading any index report, so you need to consider few characteristics or few criterias, few points that you need to know about any index or report. The number one criteria or number one point you should know is that which agency, you need to know that this index or report is released by which agency. That is the number one point or number one thing you need to consider before or reading any index or report. Number two thing is report or indices are kind of a ranking system. So they measure something. So you need to consider that what are the indicators or what are the different parameters which are taken into account while making this index. So there could be n number of factors related to hunger, but when calculating global hunger index, only four indicators are taken into account. So you should know that what are those indicators, what are those parameters. Then third thing is India's performance. This is very important. That what is the India's rank, whether we are improving from the last year, last index, last report, what needs to be done, is there anything suggested by the agency to India, for India, that can be implemented, or that's all. That is India's performance, India's rank, the present, as well as you need to know last years or last index whenever it was released, what is the India's present rank, what was India's last year's rank, and so on. Then another point which you need to consider while studying any index is related with any extraordinary observation. Any extraordinary observation. It could include any fact, it could also include the theme, the motto, and so on. So these are some of the things, that is which agency releases this, what are different indicators, parameters, then what is India's rank, and fourth is any extraordinary or any exceptional thing which was not there in the last year, but this year it is there. So I hope these four parameters are clear. So let's start with this year's Global Hunger Index. That is, sorry, it is wrongly written here. That is Global Hunger Index 2022. So first thing is, what is India's rank? So this year, that is 2022, we are discussing 2022. So this year, India's rank is 107 and it is out of 121 countries. So you should know this basic fact. So you can use this basic fact in your answers, mains answer, that this is a performance and we need to do this and that. So last year our rank was 101, that is 101 in 2021, but this year it is 107. So a point of concern is that India, the only country in South Asia which has performed worse than India on the index is Afghanistan. All other countries in South Asia, whether Pakistan, Bangladesh and so on, they are performing better than India. But Afghanistan is the only country which is performing worse than India, and it has got the rank 109 and we are at 107 out of 121 countries. So it is a problem, serious problem. Our score is 29.1. So we calculate various parameters and then there is a score. So you can see the parameters here. So if it is below 9.9, that is low, moderate, but India falls in the category of serious hunger. That is, we have a score of 29.1. So that is how we have a major serious problem even after so many years of independence. Other categories are alarming, extremely alarming and so on, but India falls in the category of serious hunger with a score of 29.1. Now, another thing you need to learn is who releases this index, who prepares this index. Now, there are two agencies. One is the Irish aid agency, the name is Concern Worldwide. And the second is a German organization, Welt, Hilfe. So this is the English pronunciation, but it's a very difficult German pronunciation. So you can remember just that there is a German organization and Welt, Hilfe is that organization. Two organizations release or prepare this index. Now the point is, what are the indicators? So as I told you earlier, there are four indicators which are taken into account from every country and ranking is prepared. So what are those indicators? First is undernourishment, second is child wasting, then you have got child stunting, and then you have got child mortality. So these are the four indicators which are used whenever these organizations prepare this index. We will discuss in detail. Let me just tell you that how serious is the problem. In South Asia, we compare ourselves with Pakistan, Bangladesh, our neighbors. But our rank is 107. And look at Pakistan, it is 99, Sri Lanka 64, Nepal 81, Bangladesh 84. So we are not performing well on this index for sure. Now, let's discuss one by one that what are the parameters. So you can be asked, actually this has been asked as a question, that while calculating GHI, what indicators are taken into account? So first is undernourishment. It's simply that the calorie intake is insufficient. You are not taking the required number of calories, so the person or the children are undernourished. Second, this is important, child wasting. What do you understand by child wasting? So simply it means, so it is a comparison bit of the weight with the height. So if someone is having a low weight for their height, so for example, there is a 5-year kid, he should be having some particular height, but to that height, the weight is not appropriate. So when the children have low weight for the required height, we say that there is child wasting, and it shows acute undernourishment. So acute means in the less time. So if you provide the adequate nutrition, the calories, it can be taken away. Next is child stunting. So this means low height for their age. So if a particular child is there, 6 years, 7 years, and we know that this should be the height of the child, but if the height is not that, we say that child is stunted, and it is the sign, it is reflecting chronic malnutrition. Child wasting shows acute undernutrition, and child stunting shows chronic undernutrition. So these are the three. And the last one is child mortality. That is, under the age of 5, how many deaths are there of the children? So that is child mortality. So you have got 4 indicators: undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, and child mortality. Now you can see here you have got undernourishment, which is because of inadequate food supply. Then you have got under 5 mortality. Then you have got child stunting and so on. So these are the weightage given to. Wasting has got 1/6, stunting 1/6, total 1/3. Then you have got child mortality 1/3 and so on. So there are 4 indicators and 3 dimension. I hope this is pretty clear to everyone. Now this year there is some special observations. You should know that this is the rank and these are some of the special observations regarding the indicator. So we are not performing well on 2 indicators, but we are improving on 2 indicators. So let's read what are those indicators where our performance is not improving and where we are improving. Now, India's performance in child wasting. So it is worsening. So if you compare with data with 2014 and 2000, so this year there is worsening of this child wasting. That is 19.3% is the total rate of having the child wasting. In case of undernourishment, we are also not performing that well. So we have got here, it has risen. You can see here that undernourishment has risen in the country from the levels of 14.6% to 16.3%. That is how we are not performing well. So on 2 indicators, that is child wasting and undernourishment, we are not performing at all well. Then there is a kind of a hope that are we improving? Yes. For 2 indicators, we are improving. Where we are improving? Child stunting and child mortality. So child stunting has declined. So you can remember 38.7% to 35.5%. And in the case of child mortality, that is the death rate, we are also improving, that is from 4.6 to 3.3%. So this is the special observations you need to remember: the rank, the performance, where we are improving and where we are not improving. So this is basically the basic information of GHI. But let's have further information. We need to improve it. So globally, at the global level, we have got some goals which are known as, in short, SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals. These are basically 17 goals. So you can see here it is 17 goals and there are 169 targets. Every goal has some targets. So we have total of 169 targets. I'm not gonna go into detail of every goal and every target, but simply you need to remember, since we are discussing hunger, is there any goal which discusses or which is concerned with hunger? So the answer is yes, there is goal number 2 which is concerned with the hunger. And the goal number 2 is of SDG is end hunger, achieve food security, and improved nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. So this is the goal which is to be achieved by 2030. These are the international goals and every country tries to improve their position in these goals. So I hope this topic is clear, very important. Hunger, malnutrition from prelims as well as your GS2 perspective means. So I hope you have got the idea to how to read any indices or any report. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video, like this channel, and you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Telegram. So thank you and see you in the next video. Thank you.